A brand new committee of 24 students have been working on a positive initiative to combat hate, racism, and discrimination in the TDSB. So for more on this, we're joined live this morning by Ji-Yeon Lee at the Royal Ontario Museum to talk about the Student Equity Collective. Gee, this sounds fascinating, and what a setting for it.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Nick. Yes, and we are at the ROM for a very special reason. This is the first time the Student Equity Collective will be presenting its showcase next week on June 27th right here at the ROM. And this is a really important initiative. It's the first of its kind and the first year that, in fact, TDSB has launched this committee. So joining me now with the TDSB is the Director of Education, Ms. Colleen Russell-Rollins. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell me a little bit more about why you wanted to start up the Student Equity Collective.
You know, as director, I feel it's really important to listen to the experiences of our students and to involve them in addressing hate and racism in schools locally. They have a myriad of ideas to share with us, and they can be part of the change.
And this is exciting. The first meeting was April 2022. It's the first year that TDSB has done something like this.
It is. You know, we've heard from our students that they enjoy making change locally at a school level, but they actually wanted to have a voice in our policies and to influence me in the next steps.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So this is a committee of 24 students. They had to apply. Over 240 students actually applied to be on this committee. So it's students making these decisions and these changes for students. One of them is Yemi right here. And we also have Esquire, who is a digital storyteller. And they're doing these initiatives through art, one of them being digital storytelling. Esquire, tell me a little bit more of how you came to be and mentoring these students in terms of digital storytelling.
So I had the opportunity to meet with Assistant Superintendent Karen Murray and also Jason Cannon-Carey to bring me in to mentor the students on the fundamentals of videography and how you can use digital media to share your stories and share what means the most to you, and finding ways to be able to use that to amplify your voices around issues that matter most within the school board.
And Yemi, you were one of the students. You helped launch this video contest where so many people submitted in videos, giving ideas of how to combat racism and hate and discrimination. What has the experience been like so far?
So it was definitely great seeing other students with that passion, because working with the videography group has helped my journey and helped me decide what I really want to do with my passion.
And you had so many submissions. What were the submissions like?
Honestly, the submissions were impressive. I will say, I appreciated the passion that the students had brought to each of the stories that were being told, and it's encouraging to be able to see what work is being done to fight hate and racism within the schools across the TDSB.
You've been attending meetings and workshops for over a year now with 23 other students in this committee. How's the experience been so far?
It's definitely life-changing, I would say, to see that other students can see what I see and feel the change that needed to be made. So.
All right, thank you so much. So again, the Student Equity Collective, the first of its kind, combating hate, racism, and discrimination through positive change through art, and their very first showcase taking place right here at the ROM next week, June 27th. We'll have more coming up in the next segment. The next one focuses on spoken word. Hard to believe this committee was formed just over a year and a half ago. The very first meeting was April 2022, and several meetings and workshops later, the Student Equity Collective is getting ready to present all their good work at a showcase right here at the ROM on June 27th. Joining me now is the director with TDSB, Ms. Colleen Russell-Rollins. Good morning.
Good morning.
So for the showcase next week, this is the first of its kind with the Student Equity Collective. What's going to be taking place here at the ROM?
I'm really excited. Students have been working on podcasts, spoken word, videography, all about issues that are important to them. They're also giving us feedback on a couple of our policies and making recommendations. They're brilliant. They've been creative, and I'm excited to see what they've chosen to feature. I know they've focused on cyberbullying and online hate, which is a real issue in their lives, and we know it's important to them and to their families. So they're going to be educating other students about what to do if you face bullying online. That's just one of the areas that will be featured next week.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And so as Ms. Russell Rollins mentioned, so many different platforms leading to positive change to combat racism, hate, and discrimination. One of those mediums is spoken word. And who to speak to about that is none other than Dwayne Morgan. And guess who's here? My son, Xander. Hi, Dwayne.
Hello, how are you?
I am so excited that you got to work with some of the students from the Student Equity Collective, including Xander, about spoken word and how that powerful art form can make a difference.
Yeah, it's been great working with the young people and really getting them to dive into, their thoughts around some of the issues that actually affect them and look at how they can use their talent to make those things understandable for other young people.
Were you impressed by these students? I know I have been.
I've been totally impressed by them, by their talent, their courage, their willingness to just, try and put their thoughts and ideas out there, especially at a time where so many young people, they don't want to say certain things or do certain things because, people might laugh or people might post online or that sort of thing. So it really takes a lot of bravery for them to really articulate, their thoughts and feelings about what is happening, in their schools and with other young people.
Okay, so we have a rare appearance by Xander. Hi, Xander. Hi. What was it like so far to work with Dwayne, but also on the Student Equity Collective?
I think for the year and a half we've had together as a collective, it's been an amazing opportunity getting to know everybody and definitely learning a lot more as a person as well.
Okay, so Xander is going to be performing a spoken word. This is just a little snippet of what he's going to be presenting at the showcase. Xander, please take it away.
No tolerance for discrimination, poison, lying, reprisals and accusation, harassment and hate are not to fill the TDSB nation, nor are allegations, intimidation, or misleading information. Accommodate. Prevention is the ultimate intervention. Accommodate. Educate early and often so things get comprehension. Accommodate. Treat all allegations without apprehension. Accommodate. Restoration is the final extension.
Thank you so much. Again, the future is bright. The kids are making a real difference with real change with the Toronto District School Board. Again, this is the Student Equity Collective, their very first showcase ever taking place here at the ROM on June 27th. In our next segment, we're going to focus on visual art, which is also another important medium. And we are here at the ROM because the Student Equity Collective, it only started a year and a half ago, and after months and months of preparation and meetings and workshops, the 24 students are going to be presenting all their good work at a showcase here at the ROM on June 27th. So we featured digital storytelling, spoken word, and now visual arts. Joining me now is Mark Stoddard. He is a visual artist. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So what was it like working with the students of the Student Equity Collective?
It was amazing. It was a great experience to actually show them what I've done in the past, but learn them to be a little more vulnerable, to talk about what they want to do, especially talking about cyberbullying. It's a great tool for them to actually tell their stories through visual.
Yeah, and so you came up with some concepts and some banners and boards here. Walk me through this. This is very important. It says changing the narrative.
Yeah, because I think the goal has always been focusing on the student who gets bullied. I think we were trying to create the narrative of creating the alliances of community people, of students, binding themselves together to talk about what we can do to prevent bullying. So this collective is going to be interesting. You hear their stories and their voices and how to amplify it and helping the next student coming across. And
that's the difference between other committees. This is made up of the students to help students and really get that firsthand perspective of what's happening in the schools. Come on over. We've got two students right here, Aman and Mo, who worked with Mark, and you're wearing the cool t-shirts. Tell me a little bit more about the logo on the t-shirts.
Yeah, so the logo for the Cyberbullying Collective, it took weeks of meetings for us to come up with that with that logo. And as you can see, there's a C here, there's a C there, and they're both talking to each other through the speech bubble. So that's sort of the idea we had for the logo. And then, of course, our slogan down here, changing the narrative.
And Mo, what was it like working with other students as part of the collective to try to make positive change?
It's been great. I've learned a lot of stuff, and I've met a lot of people. These skills are stuff that I'm going to keep with me for my whole life, and I've loved working here.
Yeah. What was it like working with Mark?
It was amazing, like learning about, sort of the things that he's done and learning from him and taking his mentorship has been really inspirational for me.
And aren't you impressed, Mark? I mean, these are students from grade 7 to grade 12, and they're all wanting to make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. The difference is it's all about legacy. I think their impact today is planting that seed for the next students to see going forward. So I think they did a phenomenal job.
Are you excited? The showcase is next week. There's going to be so many people here. You're going to put everything on display. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
How about you?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so we'll bring in some of the other students. Come on in, as well as the artists that mentored and worked with them. We're talking Dwayne Morgan and Esquire. We wish all 24 students can join us this morning, but they will be here next week for the showcase on June 27th. So thank you so much, everybody.
This is for you.
Oh, my goodness.
We have a special shirt for yourself to wear.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I'm so proud of all of you. Thank you so much.